You may be wondering, what do wildflowers have to do with sailing? Keep watching. Are you seeing any clues? This is what happens when someone with an eye for photography joins the elbow run. These are just a few of the awesome shots Bailey captured in the early days of the Elbow Run 2020. Now let's have Bailey introduce the boats with some more of her photos. Starting with the boat she was crewing on, a McGregor 26X. Followed by a McGregor 21. Then a Windrider 17 trimaran. A Mana 24 catamaran. And one more Windrider 17 tri. There's one boat missing, and we'll get back to it in a minute. We've learned to expect the unexpected during the Elbow Run. The 8th run continued the tradition. Of the 12 boats which indicated they would be taking part, only 6 showed up at Tufts Bay to start the event. And a week later, only 3 made it back. Here is the story. Each Elbow Run creates unique memories for those of us who take part. New friendships are formed and old ones are renewed. For 1 week, we are all sailors sharing our passion for chasing the wind, each to the best of our ability, not as a contest, but rather as a celebration of the forces of nature. Any political or religious differences are left on the shore when we push off from Tufts Bay, and we become the Elbow Run community. We were joined by 3 newcomers this year. You've already met Bailey through her photographs. She joined her husband Chad and Chad's father Dave for the first 2 days and nights, and then had to leave us to return to work. Chad and Dave also had to leave on day 4, but not before Dave once again got some great drone shots of the lake. Another newcomer this year was Arnie, who trailered his superbly crafted Phoenix 3 open day sailor from Alberta to join us. At 15 feet in length, his boat was the smallest one to do the Elbow Run so far. Arnie started off very strong, sailing in big waves and gusting winds with great ease. Unfortunately, after only a couple of hours out of Tufts Bay, the mast partner broke, forcing Arnie to turn back and drop out of the event. This was a disappointment for Arnie, and also it was for the rest of us who were enjoying his sailing acumen and his confidence at the helm. We do hope he will join us again next year. Brent and Rick were back with their Windrider trimarans, once again cutting up the lake. Brent has many years of sailing experience and knows how to get the most out of his boat with what seems to be little effort. Rick brought a crew along this year. Another newcomer to the run. Tyson kept his grandfather on his toes, from time to time taking the tiller so tired old Gramps could catch a little shut-eye. Tyson's good nature and youthful energy added a new touch to the elbow run. He says he'll be back next year to help Gramps with the fire. Avery's McGregor 21 is equipped with both solar-powered electric motor in addition to a standard gas-powered outboard. Avery brought his guitar again, and he and his dad Matt provided fireside entertainment for our second night out. Once again, I was very fortunate to have as my crew my cousin Russell, who joined me in 2019. Russell is now a very seasoned sailor, handling sails and taking the helm in any and all conditions. Lake Diefenbaker has over 500 kilometers of shoreline, and with so many beaches to choose from, we have had some wonderful campsites. This year we encountered unexpected beach conditions for our overnight stops. With an unusually high winter snowpack in the mountains, spring runoff in 2020 raised the level of the lake considerably beyond anything we had seen previously. On our third night, we followed Brent and Rick through a labyrinth and over a rocky shallows to a very well-protected but rather muddy beach, as you can see from Dave's drone shots. Later in the week, when we were down to 3 boats, we found ourselves tucked into a coulee with no sign of any other boats on the lake. The high water level enabled us to get into small coves that otherwise would not have been accessible. This lovely sandy beach was great for swimming as well as for enjoying the evening campfire. Firewood can sometimes be a challenge. On this beach we were forced to scale a hill before finding some. Campsites are one thing, the weather is another. From what you have seen so far, you will have a sense of the range of weather conditions we encountered during the 2020 Elbow Run. It did make for some interesting sailing. Often we were trying to keep ahead of rainstorms, and in one instance we had to head to shore when we were overtaken by lightning. I'm going to be quiet now and let you enjoy some of the sailing.
A nasty storm coming by. I caught one storm this morning. Same cloud still chasing us. There's Dave back there. He's got his son-in-law and Tyson with him. And McGregor. Red and green boat. Okay, I got it. Another beautiful day. Wednesday. Turning around. Going back to Elbow. Tyson putting his makeup on. Got the secret sail out. Yeah, the mirage off the water is beautiful. Mirrors a sailboat. And there goes Dave. Away!
One could compare the Elba Run to a pilgrimage. When we leave Tufts Bay, we know we're heading out on a journey which will take us over familiar yet unpredictable terrain. We leave behind the comforts of our modern lifestyle, and for a week we live a simpler life. We have companions on the journey, but each of us must navigate the route with the skills and resolve we had brought with us. And at the end of the week, we return to our regular way of living, on the one hand humbled by the experience and reminded we are part of nature, and on the other invigorated with the charge of energy we have received from being close to our Earth Mother. We are also filled with gratitude for our time together and are already talking about the next time we will meet at Tufts Bay. If you would like to join us in 2021, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow the Facebook page, and indicate your interest with a comment after the video. We will add your name to the list for next year.